I'm actually talking about why we, the partner universities, so the collective of Solent University, raise your hands, yay, Portsmouth, who are there, and Winchester, as well as the University of Southampton, which I think is tabled there, but they're also around the corner, why we're involved with Ventures Fest South. So we support it because it enables us to showcase and celebrate the rich diversity and vibrant community of innovators and entrepreneurs who exist in our region. And it is really important for the region's prosperity that we get together and collaborate. Innovation is important to help drive economic recovery, retain and increase jobs, but also solve societal and environmental challenges. We try and bring prosperity and health, we create opportunity, and we're striving for achieving fairness for all and a greener world. We are in turbulent times. Economically, and climate change crisis is not going away. So it is really more important that we collaborate together to make that difference. Innovation and skills is a top priority. It goes to the heart of what all of our universities do. We are striving to build the next generation of entrepreneurs and leaders. Today, you have a great opportunity to see just a few of our best emerging innovation talent from our student innovators, and they're over in the new entrepreneur zone, which is across the way over there. Do not miss them. They are so diverse and really interesting in what they're doing. And all of the universities are showcasing their talent there, so it's not dominated by any one. So all our universities are here and are very much open to business. It's not just about what we bring from within our universities, whether or not it's students or research and spin-outs and startups. It is about how we work with business, how we can help you as businesses thrive. So we are here, we collaborate to innovate, so come and talk to us. You see in the places, make sure that you don't miss the opportunity to network. So this year, the amazing energy and drive of Ed, who you've just seen, Shirley and Hannah and everyone else from the Venture Fest team has really pulled together quite an exciting, or another exciting lineup of talks, innovators, funders, amazing to see DSTL, Innovate UK, and others, and investors. Even more exciting is the battle of pitches, and I can't wait to see that. Thanks very much for Catux for stimulating that and getting that moving, and also to the other prize contributors. I'm really looking forward to discovering it all today, and I'm sure you will all be inspired by the talent and ecosystem, so please enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Di. Okay, not long left before you can go and do other stuff, but we're going to keep you a little bit longer. So the innovators that we talked about, these stands, these individuals that we've selected as a representation, a wide representation of all that's good about entrepreneurs, creatives, and innovative people in our region. Why does that matter? Well, if you've ever tried to get an idea off the ground, you might realize that a little bit of support at the right time can be the difference between success and failure. And everyone in that room has the opportunity to be that support today, both for your own organization and idea and the people there. But we want to make that a bit more real to you. So I'm going to welcome up now Anthony, who was here last year as an innovator and is going to tell you a bit about his part and what he's up to. So another round of applause, please, for Anthony.
Thanks, Ed. Good morning, everyone. I'm the CEO of a company that makes jetpacks. Now, what that actually means is that I do bookkeeping, I do VAT returns with absolutely no accountancy training whatsoever. I make up numbers to put in a business plan. I make pitch decks. Then I go back and change the made-up numbers in the business plan because they don't match the made-up numbers in my new pitch deck. I fill in lengthy innovation grant application forms. I learned how to use Photoshop so I could make a decent pull-up banner and some leaflets. And because I have a real job as well, obviously, I do all of this in evenings and weekends. And I'm seeing a few nods here, so I'm saying this just to share a bit of pain with some of the innovators, and I'm glad it's not just me. Now, I've been asked to come up here and tell our story, and whilst that usually means talking about drones and jetpacks, I think it would be better to tell you about some of the support we've had from the organisations that are here today. And I'll start with a Solent Local Enterprise Partnership. It was the Solent LEP who connected me first with the VentureFest team a couple of years ago, and we later got introduced to CATAX. And we worked with them to helpfully gain a rather large sum of money from Innovate UK. Solent LEP also introduced me to the Fareham Innovation Centre, who provided business support and an introduction to DASA, the Defence and Security Accelerator. We submitted a proposal through DASA and then later received a rather large sum of money from DSTL. The Fareham Innovation Centre also signposted us to the Barclays Eagle Lab, the Knowledge Transfer Network, and one of the Catapult schemes, which provided a rather large sum of money to assess our technology for the wind industry. We worked with Portsmouth University on another grant application, which led to a partnership with the university and funded some work by some very gifted final year students. CATAX have just completed our first couple of R&D tax credit claims, which has put a rather large sum of money back into our bank account. And we also partnered with them on some PR work, which led to articles about Maverick Aviation in the Daily Mail and the Financial Times, which is global exposure that would have otherwise cost a rather large sum of money. In parallel with all of this, we got a place on the University of Southampton Science Park Catalyst programme, which included some fantastic early-stage business mentoring, in addition to a rather large sum of money. And they've since connected us with Set Squared, who are putting us on stage in London in a couple of weeks' time to pitch to hundreds of investors and high-net-worth individuals. I'm still going. CATAX invited us to share a stand with them at an International Defence Procurement Expo, which led to building relationships and ultimately an invitation from the UK government to take our technology to the Farnborough International Air Show and formally meet with the US military to discuss exporting our technology to America. And our involvement with the Fareham Innovation Centre led to an invite to the Business Innovation South Showcase a couple of months ago, where we got connected with the Hampshire Chamber of Commerce, who invite us to networking events. And at the same show, we made connections through Searchlight that have led to possibly some even larger sums of money coming from another part of the MOD. And of course, last year, we won Innovator of the Year here at VentureFest and an invite back to be showcased on the DSTL stand. Now, I know in the world of startups, they call this point the valley of death, where you aren't generating any revenue, but you struggle to raise capital because you can't prove your business model yet to investors. But thanks to all the support, the finance, the mentoring, the networking, and the connections by the organisations represented here today, Maverick Aviation certainly doesn't feel alone and vulnerable in the valley of death. And I know it won't be long before we come out the other side, because we've raised £250,000. We are still 100% founder-owned. We've got a truly revolutionary product, international patents pending, and we solve problems faced by industrial and defence customers worldwide. I want to give a message to the startups, to the founders, and the innovators here today, and I want to leave you with 3 takeaways. Firstly, treat every person you talk to today like they are the most important person to your company. They just might be. So speak about your business, about your team with passion and professionalism. It's infectious, and trust me, they all talk to each other, so they will spread your messages on your behalf if you make it compelling. Secondly, we are all making this up as we go along. Me, you, Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, everyone. We're just at different stages with different experience. So let's use VentureFest as a chance to learn from each other. For example, I love seeing other companies' pitch decks because I steal ideas from them. They do the same for me. That's fine. Let's share and let's talk. And thirdly, and most importantly, give yourself a break. Evenings and weekends on top of your day job is fine, but don't work so hard that it impacts your health and your family. And if you feel that you are getting close to that point, take a break. It will help you perform better. But after all of that, if you just want to see a cool jetpack, then come over to the DSTL stand. I'd love to meet you. You might be the most important person I meet today. Thanks very much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.
So I only told him a couple of days ago, I said, you couldn't say a couple of words, could you? But that just shows the power and importance of being ready to turn your hand to anything very quickly. So thank you very much for that. If you're interested in innovation stories and the stories of innovators, in the Innovation Talk section later, led by Timo, give us a wave, the wonderful Timo Peach will be hosting a series of talks. And one of those sections is all about those stories. So if you're wondering what it's like and if you're alone and all those sorts of things, come and talk to those guys and listen to what's going on up there. It'd be really good. So, next up, really, Anthony, you've name-checked everyone that's about to come up on the stage, so that's great and a real testament to what's possible. But next up, I want to welcome back He was here last year. Matt Chin from DSTL. So come on up, Matt. Round of applause, please.
Well, good morning, everybody, and I think that's fantastic. So congratulations, Anthony, for getting so far as you have done, and it's really good to see. And I'm delighted, actually, to be part of the energy that I can already feel in the room, and also amongst like-minded people who are innovators. So it's fantastic to be here once again. I'm Matt Chin, I'm one of the directors of DSTL, and I'm the head of Platform Systems Division, and our strapline is Battle-Winning Science and Technology. DSTL stands for the Defence Science and Technology in full, but we'll be referring to it as DSTL throughout. And for those of you who don't know us or haven't worked with us or heard about what we do research on behalf of the UK government across the whole range of science and technology areas. So if you work with us, you could be working on synthetic biology, you could be working on novel materials. In my areas, you could be working on autonomous systems, you could be working on hypersonic missiles, you could be working on lasers, you could be working on human factors, you could be protecting ourselves against the threat of chemical and biological agents, you could be working in our counterterrorism or for our counterterrorism division, trying to keep us safe and secure. No matter what you do, if you come and work with DSTL, it has a big impact for the UK, and we're proud to work in it, and we're very proud to work with so many people in that. So we're about saving lives, keeping the people of the UK safe through the power of science and technology. Not only that, but we're quite a big employer in this region, with sites near Salisbury at Porton Down, which most people have heard of, not so far away at Portsmouth, on the top of the hill at Portsdown West, and also at Alverstoke. And we employ 4,800 scientists, engineers and people in DSTL. And then beyond that, in industry and amongst yourselves and beyond, there's equally a number of people involved in our enterprise. So be thinking of the 10 or so thousand people that are part of what we're trying to do. So I'm delighted again to be here for the third time running. The first time I came, I was standing down there watching one of my colleagues doing this. So it's really nice to be up here for a change. So since last year, a couple of updates I think that are important. So last year I was pleased to share with you the exciting opportunities there are for people and organisations like you to work with DSTL. And for the benefit of everyone in the room, what I announced here 12 months ago is still true today. The demand on us is increasing, it is still increasing. More than ever, we need you to work with us. We need your skills, expertise and your innovations. And we are investing more than £1 billion in collaborative science and technology projects, of which we want you to have a piece of that. So since then, the events in Ukraine have brought the issues we are dealing with and the role of DSTL into real sharp focus. And despite the tough times that all of us are experiencing in the UK at the moment, our commitment to modernising His Majesty's Armed Forces to ensure that they are world-leading capabilities and can keep us safe is the key priority for what we do. And if you work with us, you will be a part of that cause. And of course, we can't do that alone. That's what I said last year. We can only succeed by making it a united effort across the UK, tapping into as much talented innovation as you've got to offer. And that's why we're here. So we're casting the net out again, hoping that more of you will join and work in partnership with us. And we're putting our money where our mouth is, because money's important, right? I'd imagine so for a lot of people in this room. So when I came here first in 2019, that was the first time we'd been to Venture Fest, we were spending about 318 million, quite a lot of money, with industry and academia. Okay? This year that will be 520. We've increased that quite a big amount, £200 million more since then. And next year we're expecting to place 660 million. All right? And these aren't cumulative, those are each amount each year. Okay? Over the past few years, we've been aiming at a target to try, because we work with all manner of industry, from big industrial primes to very small to medium enterprises, right? And we've had a target to try and hit 30% of our work done with small to medium enterprises, and we've been exceeding it. So this year already, we're over 36% of our work is delivered by small to medium enterprises. Also, since VentureFest South 2019, we've signed up over 500 new suppliers into our supply chain. So a massive thank you for this event, actually, from us, because it really is benefiting us. Our DSTL Searchlight initiative, if you haven't heard of that, is aimed to increase the number of non-traditional defence suppliers we work with through a series of wide-ranging webinars. And back in June, we launched our exciting and ambitious new research programme at the Newport Science Showcase. For the first time, we made public the details of those programmes, including our objectives, and some of the funding opportunities and the major challenges that we're contending with. And if you didn't go to Newport, you can find this detail on our website at gov.uk/DSTL. This page has quickly become one of our most popular, with thousands of views since we went live with it. We are committed to removing barriers to working with us. We spend public money, there is bureaucracy. In one way, I apologise for that. In the other way, I don't, because we need to spend it as carefully in these times as we possibly can do. But please, do find the colleagues who have stands here. DSTL stand over there, DASA stand over there. They would love to hear from you. If you get a chance to pop through and have a look at the mobility test rig, which is another great example of something that we've done with, in this case, with Kinetic and DSTL, have a look at that. DASA, the Defence and Security Accelerator, as I've already pointed out, and I think the Futures Lab is through there. DASA have multiple funding streams, which you should be interested in, and are one of the key gateways for defence into small and medium-sized organisations. Futures Lab is dedicated to exploiting the knowledge and experience of industry and academia, especially in support of colleagues in defence equipment and support, the people who buy the capability for the armed forces, and our frontline commands, Army, Navy, Air Force, Strategic Command. I would highly recommend you take an opportunity, this point's been made already by Ed and others, to take an opportunity to talk to people. Also, though, as well as working with us, I would like to offer you the opportunity to work for us. And we have some people here today who have joined us within the last year, and it's really great to see some of those people that are around us today. We are growing as an organisation to meet the demands and expectations on us. Working with DSTL is a career like no other. I've enjoyed it throughout my entire career, and you will be able to get to work on some of the things that I talked about earlier on, and possibly many, many more. And I'll give it a plug, because if you haven't looked at it, just search Dragonfire DSTL on YouTube and have a look and see what we've been doing with a high-power laser, firing it from the top of the hill at Porton Down on a 2-month trial that finished 2 weeks ago, where we shot a drone down at 2 miles with a 50-kilowatt coherently combined laser. Quite awesome. Have a look. The video says it far better than me. Right? So anyway, in the past, so you could work on something like that, you know. So in the past year, we've grown from about 4,500 employees to 4,900 today. Next year, we intend to grow further to 5,200. That's the target. And there are ample opportunities to work on all those areas of S&T that I talked about, but also in our enabling divisions, business management, finance, administration, IT, commercial, everything you can think of to get an organisation going. If you're interested, go, I think, across the way and into the next building, into the new entrepreneurs zone, and you'll be able to check us out a bit more in more detail. So I just want to close, really, with a huge thank you to everybody for coming today to VentureFest. This event is very important to us. Events like this are so important for the reasons that I've already discussed, but remember that collaboration is absolutely central to what DSTL does. So look at us on all the social media channels. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and the gov.uk website. And as I said, for the 5th time, talk to one of us today if you get a chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Matt. And as one of our headline sponsors, he can talk for as long as he wants, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's absolutely not a problem at all. Next up, we have a new boy to the team. So an extra loud round of applause for Tony from BAE, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It's lovely to be here at my first VentureFest, but I'm really pleased to see BAE Systems sponsoring this again for however many years we've done it now? Not enough, so we need to add a couple more. So just like to thank all the preceding speakers for doing half of my speech, so I'll try and reduce it down a bit for you guys now. In terms of what we're here to do today, you know, see all the pitches come in, see all the people and the innovators in front of us. It's a really exciting opportunity. BAE Systems, and particularly Innovation Labs, is really looking at how we change the way we innovate within certainly our company and potentially wider than that. One of the things that's been really interesting recently is how we've moved out of just defence into things like energy, sustainable technologies. And certainly my flagship programme that I've got right now is an energy programme, and that's a £20 million investment that happened as a result of one of these pitch events that we've been to. So we're really changing how we innovate, who we work with, and the way in which we work with them. So, for example, in that particular instance, we're not working as the paymaster, meet some milestones, go on and go forth. The team down there will act as the peers, so we will collaborate as partners and develop it together, get to places together, do that commercial and legal, and all those difficult bits that I think Anthony mentioned, the valley of death. That's the bit that we're here to sort of sustain and help innovators through, as we understand there's a lot of things you need to interface with, systemic issues that you're probably not thinking about when you're getting your prototypes, off the page and into reality. That little bit of work and effort that can seem pretty alien to you if you're not familiar with it is something that we're really looking to help smooth the path across to. Trying to get you into that end user, that high level of sort of development and actual mass production and scalability of your product. In terms of the team at Innovation Labs, we've got a whole range of different things that we're interested with. I've obviously mentioned that we're looking at energy, sustainable technology. A lot of these things being driven by the requirement to look at our supply chains across the country, get that energy security and all those other things. So this is a really urgent matter for us. And while I can't promise that we'll move as rapidly as you might hope, we're really interested in finding out, from the assembled people in the pitches today and various other areas, if there's anything that we can look at as an opportunity to co-develop and bring forward those insights and ideas that you might have already, but just need that little bit of shuffling along above and beyond just financial support, which is obviously critical and key. So, don't want to unnecessarily hash over multiple points that have been made already, but in terms of how we seek to go forward, it's really an opportunity for us to look at innovation challenges, innovation processes, and actually help teams like DSTL, DASA, and work with those guys to make sure that we're putting you in front of the right people so that you can continue to grow and pitch just outside of working with ourselves at BAE Systems and various other places. In terms of who we're working with already, I think there's probably not an academic institution in the country I can think of that we haven't got a link with. Certainly the names in this region I'm very familiar with, we visit regularly and we work closely with. So we're really keen to keep fostering and sponsoring those relationships, continuing to build on those. In terms of the team itself, relatively young and dynamic, we're really looking to bring in those skills and, as I said, work collaboratively with people here to advance their projects and capabilities into something that works first time, hopefully, when it goes into the hands of the user. All right, well, I won't hold on much longer. I know we've got a battle of the pitches later, which I'm quite excited to see, and we will be on the judging panel. But if there are any questions, any queries, really happy to field them. Myself and the team are obviously there. And looking forward to funding the next one. Okay.
You heard it here first. He's looking forward to funding the next one. Excellent. Just for the record, BAE have been a supporter of this, I think, for 3 years running. And actually, Nick down there, who will give us another wave, just for the fun of it, jump up and down as a wave. No, okay. We're really grateful because what it actually means is in this room, you've got every level of that pathway. So for the first time this year, we've got some guys from our local FE colleges. Can we get a wave from anyone from an FE college? Anyone from a college? Well, you look a bit old to be at a college, but you probably run one. I was thinking more the younger people, but thank you. So we've got both ends of that. And I think we've also got, at the other end of the scale, if it is a scale, we've got some of the prime organisations. And you want to know the thing that I've learned after 5 years doing this? Everyone needs each other just as much as you'd be so surprised. Those primes need the ideas that are coming through, and they need the guys that are coming from the FE colleges to be part of their futures. And you guys need the jobs and you need the opportunities. So the only way this is going to work is if you lot talk to each other today. So I know we've gone through all sorts of things over the last few years, but today, amidst a madness of the budget being released, we're going to do everything in our power to be positive and create opportunity. So if you agree with me on that, and you're happy to open VentureFest formally, can I get a big cheer, a round of applause, and then we'll just get going, yeah? Yeah. We are open. Continue.